She slapped a paper on my front door and screamed, "Pay up or lose everything." It was some fake HOA lien notice, bold letters saying they owned my land now. My hands froze on the old wooden door. The same house my great-grandfather built with his own hands 150 years ago. I looked at her, this blonde woman in a bright pink blazer, chin high like she ran the world. She smirked and said, "Your family doesn't belong here anymore." I stayed quiet, my chest burning. But I wasn't about to give her the satisfaction of seeing me break. "This land has been ours for generations," I said slowly. Her eyes rolled as if history didn't matter. Then, she pulled out her phone and dialed. "I'll get the sheriff to drag you out myself." But here's the thing. I knew something she didn't. This wasn't just some house. This wasn't just some lien. And those weren't the real authorities she thought she could call. Because the last man she wanted to mess with was standing right in front of her. Her voice cut through the quiet street as she barked into her phone. "Yes, officer, come immediately. He's trespassing on my HOA property." She said it loud enough for every neighbor peeking through blinds to hear. Within minutes, a black SUV pulled up. Two men stepped out, dressed like deputies, flashing cheap-looking badges. My stomach tightened, not out of fear, but because I recognized them. One of them leaned forward, hand on his belt, and growled, "Sir, you need to vacate this home now." The other smirked and said, "Pack your things, this land doesn't belong to you anymore." Karen folded her arms, lips curling in victory. "Finally, someone doing their job," she sneered. The neighbors started whispering, some shaking their heads, others watching like it was free entertainment. I glanced at the so-called badges. The lamination peeling at the edges. The insignia crooked. Fake. My chest burned, but my voice stayed calm. "You boys sure you want to do this on my property?" Karen laughed, sharp and cruel. "Your property? You'll be gone by tonight." I took one step closer, lowering my voice so only they could hear. "You think I don't know who you are? You think I don't know this game?" My hands didn't shake. I wasn't just a man standing in front of his old house, I was someone they should have never tested. Because they had no idea. The real sheriff was already on his way. The fake deputies moved toward my porch. One of them reaching for my arm like he had the right. I didn't move an inch. Instead, I pulled out my phone. Tapped once, and the security cameras around the house came alive on screen. Their faces, clear as daylight, streamed straight into cloud storage. Karen tilted her head, annoyed. "What's that supposed to prove? These are law officers." She emphasized the words, as if saying it louder would make it true. I turned the screen toward her. "Funny. Law officers don't drive around with expired plates." Her smile faltered. The neighbors gasped. One even muttered, "Wait a minute, that's not the county SUV." Before anyone could breathe, sirens screamed down the street. A marked sheriff's cruiser rolled up, dust spinning behind it. The real deputy stepped out, tall, calm, and with the kind of authority no fake badge could copy. Karen's face drained of color. The two imposters froze, exchanging nervous glances. I folded my arms, finally letting a grin tug at the corner of my mouth. "Now, let's see who's really trespassing." The crowd shifted closer. Phones came out, recording. Everyone knew this was about to explode. The real deputy's boots crunched against the gravel as he walked up the driveway, hand resting on his holster. His voice was calm, steady, but carried weight. "Evening. Got a call about trespassing." Karen jumped forward, waving her fake notice like it was scripture. "Yes, officer. He's squatting here illegally. I represent the HOA, and these men are here to enforce the lien." She pointed proudly at the two imposters, like she was unveiling her secret weapon. The deputy's eyes scanned the paper, then flicked to the officers. He didn't even need a second look. His jaw tightened. "These men aren't with my department. And this notice," he held it up, "isn't worth the paper it's printed on." Karen stuttered, her voice cracking. What do you mean?" They showed badges. The deputy turned his stare on the imposters. Badges you picked up from a costume shop. Hands where I can see them. His command snapped like thunder. The crowd erupted in murmurs. Phones zoomed in. This wasn't just drama anymore, this was evidence. Karen's face twisted, realizing her perfect plan was slipping. She hissed at the imposters, "Do something. Arrest him already." But they didn't move. Because they knew if they made one wrong move, the next set of cuffs wouldn't be on me. I leaned against the porch rail, steady and calm. "You came here to steal a man's home. But instead, you just handed the law the proof it needs." Karen's eyes darted around, desperate, searching for a way out. But the street was full now. And every lens was pointed at her. The deputy's radio crackled as backup units rolled in. Red and blue lights bouncing off every window on the street. The two fake cops were shoved against their SUV, wrists locked in steel cuffs. The neighbors, once silent spectators, started clapping, their whispers turning into loud cheers. Karen backed away, shaking her head, her voice high and broken. "You don't understand, this is my neighborhood. I make the rules here." The deputy's reply was cold. "No, ma'am. You broke the law. Impersonating officers, filing false reports, attempted property theft. That's prison time." She screamed as they pulled her hands behind her back. The same neighbors she had bullied for years now filmed her downfall. Their faces lit with satisfaction. One woman yelled, "How's that for HOA rules, Karen?" Laughter rippled through the crowd. I walked down the steps of my porch. The old wood creaking like it was alive, like it was proud. The deputy handed me the fake lien notice. "Don't worry, sir. This house is yours. Always has been." I looked at the home, the same one my great-grandfather had built, and felt the weight lift from my chest. My voice came out steady, but it carried through the crowd. I didn't fight for this country just to be told I can't live in my own home. Not by her. Not by anyone. The neighbors cheered louder, and for the first time, the street felt free. Karen was shoved into the cruiser, still screaming. But her voice was drowned out by the sound of justice. As the lights faded down the road, I rested my hand on the porch rail. This house wasn't just wood and nails, it was history, blood, and honor. And no fake HOA, no entitled bully, would ever take that away. Because some land isn't just property. It's family. It's freedom.